All right, it is Wednesday, January 6th. In the market we go again as the market, crazy day today in the market and the news. It's about 3:20. Market will be closed 4 p.m. Eastern time. Fresh cut. Trying to look good for YouTube. All right. Right now, Dow Jones is up 452. On news, the election, it looks like the two senators, Democrats, won in Georgia, the runoff Senate race. The market liked that. I believe that was the total news, but we were up bigger, 452 now. S&P up 35, NASDAQ minus 30, 66. Small caps plus 73. VIX not going down, 25.17. Isn't it interesting? How are we up 452, but the VIX didn't go down? Gold 1924 flat, silver 27.37. Crude's up 50.19 right now. So what you have here is they stormed the Capitol. VP Pence, Senator Grassley moved to secure location. They overrun the Capitol. Senate evacuated. Tons of people there. Looks like House of Representatives evacuated. Looks like Trump supporters mainly, I guess. Reports of standoff at House chamber door. So everything's turning to chaos. Yeah, America is a complete mess right now. Coronavirus, these elections, fraud, is it not fraud? It's total insanity right now. And the past year, was crazy enough, and this year's going to be crazy as well. Watch, nothing's going to change. Everyone thinks, oh, we're just opening back up, everything will be normal. I don't think it's going to be that simple. I mean, maybe eventually, but you have still cases rising. So, DC Mayor, Speaker, Pelosi requests National Guard to Capitol Hill. All right. All right, so let's get on with the top gainers today. As we had some strong moves in the market. ISR, you can see this going way back, 30 cents, 40 cents. It rocketed up today. Or actually, January 5th, that was yesterday at 5 o'clock. So this moved. I think I may have even said this. This moved late Wednesday. See, when you have a move like this, look at this. So the move late Wednesday was all the way up here to here, 220. So look at this move from 60 to 220. That's the length of the move. Why would it keep going here at the open? 99% of the time this won't. And it came back down 150, bounce. So you'll get a bounce here, bounce again, maybe even go up here, and then it'll bounce down. And these rarely go higher than this. They might test it and they fall back. So this was a great move after hours and even early AM. So no one's playing this. Small moves from here to here, nothing you want to really play. It's kind of a meaningless play. So that is that. NCTY, which has been on fire. Look at the last 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Look at the volume. Look at the volume right here. And then, again, going back, you want to connect these lines. Now, see these spike ups? Look at this. Spike, spike. This one held up here. They had a reverse split. So from 2018, look at the range. It's coming down. The low's not going down severely. The low came down to 5. Then it came down to, 2. So you had this move, this move, this move, and then eventually, see this? You want to connect lines. It doesn't connect exactly, but it doesn't matter. You have 1, 2, 3. It's enough to connect, and this connects at the end. And when you see this volume, this explosion, this is a tremendous move. Now, where could this go here? I mean, touch 15. It's a big number too, 1520 on the lines here. This is going as high as that 35 line. Now, when you see this, the whole move's been up. Now the swing on these, like I said, you don't like to swing, but if the trend is up like this, I mean, that's a better shot to swing. And when you see this move right here at $9, look at this. 9, 9. All right, you see the 9 line? Now, I've counted this like I counted like 15, 20 times this touched on this 5-minute. That is a great sign. Your 20 EMA is very tight. It's going below it slightly. You go out to the 10-minute. Look at here, the 10 minutes, even better. And then here's today's open, today's close. Now stop on this, and you can play it a few ways. 850, you know, to play a bigger stop, 8. Go to the 15 line. Look at this right here at that 9 line. And then see how the 1329, look at it's hugging it. I love these plays that are, I guess you could say consolidation, you know, this move and just going sideways. Now, people are like, oh, it's going to go down. How do you know? You know, the trend is up from previous, how this has moved. It's not really going down pre-market. It's not jaggedy moves here like candles, shooting star candles. It's going sideways. And then, you know, you got to play your support levels here. You play your 9 to 13 EMAs coming up. Go to the 30-minute. Let's make it even longer range. I don't use a 30. I usually like the 10, 15, 30 sometimes to look at it. Look how this 30 was holding too. Look at the 13 was hugging it right here. Look at it right here and here at 9 a.m. Tremendous long, extremely wide from the 1320 EMA. Just looking at the news. Craziness. So let's go back to the 10-minute. Yeah, trading toe is taking your shot. Like I said, remember this is low. Low on the screen, you have a better chance to go high. Middle, down, middle, up, high. You know, you'll bounce, and then probably sideways to down. And it's proven back testing, at least, you know, in this market, at the last few years now, things could change. You could have eventually maybe this, if the market changes this, I'll go up, and then it's like sort of weird moves will happen, but it didn't happen. All right, so, and then look what we broke. When you see this one big candle here, this is a nice 50 grand candle. Now this is very light volume too, very light. So it's not really the best sign. Pre-market, it's always going to be lower. Then you had a shot here. Look here. Here's a line here. Now your middle zone right here, and it took off. There's your top zone. So NCTY is a strong move, and need some water. And that's how you play it. That low to high move. Now the thing is too, you know, I like these the 5, 10 minute, even the 3-minute. I don't like to go below way too many candles. All right, here's UONE. This is a former runner. Look at this back here in June. Remember this spike from 5 to 54, came way back down. You had a wedge here form. As you go right here, see this? The wedge. Now, a lot of times you'll see a wedge, it'll come down, won't go up right away, just come sideways. You know, try the break here, September. Then this thing has been September to January. Look at the sideways move. This consolidation. See the volume in the white a little bit higher? Today it did pump up. And today was a really good vibe, 8.8 million. Urban One, Chairwoman received congressional recognition, NABJ Hall of Fame. I don't see any other news. So here it is. See this? It's more of like I'll call it pretty even channel here, a little bit elevated. So this moved up today. And look at your move right here, 450, 475. The volume now got very light. See, 1,000, not the best, and it really took off late. Really, people start to notice this and really get involved. WBAI. This is 500 limited ounces management change of December 28th. This is a Chinese stock. Yeah, headquartered in China, so you can't trust this. They're pumping this up. You can see this back in Monday, December. Look at this run. From 4 to 13. You're so far from your 13 EMA, your 20, very strong. Let's go to the 5-minute. 5-minute here, we're at 9. Yeah, rolling up to 10. Look at this 13, 20. Even if it's a China pump stock, if it works, it works. That's the whole point of trading these. Yeah, this wasn't even a straight up move. Very floaty, this going. And 13.24 is a high. Then it came back below right here. Look at this. So this is a strong move. The 10-minute. Look at this 10-minute. You're so wide from your 13. It's a beautiful streak up, your 13.20. My back test has proven it for me. That's why I use it. So I love using the 13.20. Use the 9, 15, whatever if you want to throw that, but it works. You have your one stop too. You know, if this starts to turn, it's great. Yes, it's a really good long. ORTX. This is more of a sideways move here at the bottom, then it really spiked up. This is straight up momentum. This is too choppy. NMTR. Look at this. Look at these candles. Now compare that to even ISR or WBAI. Not even close. This is way too choppy. But even here, as it started to grind up, see the low kept getting higher. You know, it's still got a little bit of gain there. CHNG. This is a pure short. It's like a flagpole right here at 6 a.m. And look at this. Straight down. Here's TAT. You know, this moved up yesterday, came down, bounce pre-market. This is more of a high move than a middle move, then sort of try to get it back right here to yesterday's close. Look, it didn't make it. That's why today's open, that's my lines. Yesterday's close are important too. This is very tough to trade too. Very choppy. Look at this. It's back and forth. You know, the trend was up. If you can notice that, it's like in football, read a defense. If you can really read that well, you know, better for you. Good job. Here's a CLSK, Clean Spark. Yeah, look at this dip down right here. Dip. Look at this candle. This lows at 28.06. That is a hammer candle, hammered out the bottom. Next candle's green. It's a great sign. Draw your line right here. You're over. And then you're, what's the low here? Low 30. Remember 30? On the higher stocks too, I say you can play like, you know, 30, 50 cents. They sometimes don't take it. You get higher. Like, remember I said 30.05, keep it a 5 cent, even a quarter. And look at this run. This is straight up 37. You have a $7 gain here. Yeah, you don't need a lot of shares here. This is easily $2,000 gain. National Guard, 200 state troopers being sent to DC. GHSI, another, look how choppy. This is choppy. Here's a AIKI. This is another tougher move. This is straight up. When you see these straight up candles this big, you're pretty much going to see momentum after that. This is at 8 a.m. I mean, you can play these right here, and look at this. What are you playing? This line, this line? Probably want to play that 110 line, and it came pretty far back. 102. This is 10 cents, remember these lines. Shot up, consolidate it, get to 170. So not a bad move, 60-cent move. There's that CBAT. This is another good move. I love these low to high moves. They're the best moves, I think. I mean, other moves can work, but your chances lower to high is tremendous. So look at this. 550. This support yesterday, today's it's funny how these all connect. Like, it's not a coincidence. And I'm not sure if it's algos or I mean, they know where the open is and stuff. That's why I have it there. Everyone's using the same thing. So it has to be it too. Then you have, look at this, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Big candle here. That's very big. And that's why too, sometimes you give a little bit of time. See this? You're here. Okay, you can play the pullback. That was at like 532. And then right here, 550. And look at this takeoff. 725. And sometimes like the moves, like I said, look at this, like the rolling, like snake move, the dip bind. This is straight up momentum. Quick move for like a few hours. CBAT. SOS, not great volume, did take off 150 to 2. SWPR. This is a nice rolling move. See this? Rolling up, put in hammer candles. Once you see this candle right here, it's a long. Now you don't know how long, like, you know, it could dive right here, but that's the long right here. You have 2750. Then you have a triangle here. And then we take off the 3150. This is another good gain, $4 gain or plus. SG and LN. There's Kern, kind of choppy there. Mara. There's another one came down, started to come up right at the open. Playing right at the open is very tough. You know, you can play it. It just depends how volatile it is. I mean, it's a great volume. It really started to shoot up. Hammer candle, take off. This was another $3 plus gain. Now, if you can gain on any stock $1, you, depending how much you're trading and your size, 500 to 2,000 should be no problem. Here's a DBVT, nothing. Smith & Wesson, maybe this was the violence in Washington, D.C. today. There's a breakout. I called this a while back, the consolidation. It wasn't doing nothing. Remember I said it had to get over 18. And look at the volume today. It's probably something to do with it. Yeah, this is a crazy run here. Let me look it up here. Let's see here. I don't see no news. Anyway, there's a tremendous run. And when you see this again, this was the falling wedge. We come out. Then it like sort of, it found this spot, you know, came down, held at 15, came up again. You're like, oh, it's not going to do nothing. You know, right here, I wasn't watching this, so many stocks, but if you were playing this, it's a great long. Another low to high move right here. See some of these stocks there. This isn't a tremendously volatile stock, I would say, like the way the candlesticks are. Look at this at 1950. Very smooth. This came up, little dip, your 13 EMA in the 5 minute, and then take off. You know, the 5 minute is such a crucial, I'll call it in between, you know, your 1, 2, 3, then your 10, 15, 30. So what is that? That middle ground where you see a lot of these moves and they touch your EMAs, and it's tremendous. Here's run. It's funny, this is on a run. This is like $7 gain. Here's cron. Nice little pop. It's a fast momentum. Here's US Steel. You know, this had to move right here, draw your line. This is an over under, falling at the 19 and took off. Look at this. You can get the 19 right here, and then you're okay. You know, what's going to do? When's the sell? This is the best chart you can get. And if you get one of these, but yeah, it's not that easy. They're not just straight up like this all the time. There's your sell. Because there's nothing here's the sell. Look, is it touching or even your 13? This is the easiest chart to read. And nope, right there. And then you got to get in it. Like, who's getting in this? Like, there's so many stocks. Unless you play them. Maybe you play even stocks are $10 to $20 or something like that. Or you have a list, maybe of like a handful of stocks. Some people do that, maybe like 20 stocks. There's that VSTO, 2650, take off. He just straight up move and came back. NR said to move to 215 and then really took off the 255. Some W, another take off. All right. So there are the small caps today. It's 343. ISR 161%, it went to 70%. The gainers are a little bit lower. Excuse me, on the high side. But still some great plays. IMRA minus 38%, NAKD 26% minus, NYTX minus 23, NYSZ minus 22%. So a lot of them penny stocks. So penny stocks, they're going to go up a lot, then it'll come down a lot. Very volatile. I mean, the stock's under $1. So they're extremely volatile. There's a SPY right now. It's 422. We're going back and forth. You know, the VIX creeped up a little bit here, 2638, 4%, which is odd. Why would, if we're up 422 in the Dow, it doesn't make sense. So, you know, it's just rally. We continue this to try to climb up this 375 area. So looking at it now, I'm looking at my chart, the SPY. I'd say any huge drop, because 200 days rising up, 322, that would be a pretty good drop. That's only 40, it's at 50 points. I don't know, just looking at it here, but anything's possible. We're living in insane times right now. Coronavirus, election insanity, Senate runoffs. Nothing seems to be done right anymore. Everyone's overwhelmed in the society we live in. And that's all because materialism. You know, we all want big homes, big car payments, big stress. It's a different way to live here. You know, is more things better in your life, more materialism. And you got to keep that up. Remember that. Give a Mercedes 60 grand a year, or not 60,000 paid for it. You know, car's going to go and get, yeah, you're gonna need repairs on just like a car would be 10,000 or 20,000. It's just a showing off of our society, which is really strange times we live in. And that goes back to okay, if you're LeBron James, you have a 250 million in the bank, yeah, you can afford a car. 100,000, a million, it's all relative. If you have, you know, he can afford $1 million house. He's 200 million, whatever he has, like his contract and his endorsements. But people look to that too. They're like, people just look at other people. You know, you see people driving on the road. He's a Mercedes, he's an Audi, but you don't know what he does. You don't know his debt. You don't know, you know, why is he doing that? Just to show off to people he's successful? I mean, if you're making 100,000 a year, that's really good money. If you break down the taxes and everything, it's not that much you're making a month, if you put it that way. It's not like you're not even clearing 10,000 a month, I don't think, with taxes. There's no way. So, yeah, it's just craziness. It's America, though. All right, let's look at the SPY. All right, here's the move today. See the move up, Senate news. Now we're going back and forth. We're sort of coming down. Big volume. Woman shot in the Capitol. That is news just came up. All right, so here's the move. Look at this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're making this sort of rounding move here, and we still see divergence. See this here, 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 and we might go back up here. You have to break this divergence line. So we'll see on that. On the VIX. You know, the VIX is coming up now. The VIX came down hard, but look at that. Look at that bounce right here. Yeah, we're in for some volatile times. I don't think we haven't gone below 20 since March, so it's a telltale sign. There's UVXY. This is another back and forth. Put a big hammer here. So this is another one. This is playing with this 10 to 12 area. It's a lot of sideways. Is it going to go below? Are we really going to drop off again? Yeah, eventually we got to explode up. There's going to be some move. This is going to get to like 20 to 25. Excuse me. That's on UVX. Well, I went over all the inverse bearish ETFs and the bullish ETFs. Yeah, let me look at like this, say SDAO. See what the market's so strong, especially the Dow. Look at this right here, and look at this. Look at this wedge form. Yeah, this wedge is getting tighter. See this slit along this line, this trend line? That's a big hammer down. It's still, we're not going up. Increased volume here. I think people are getting in on these ETFs. They're figuring it's got to be a bounce. You have the gap here. Yeah, the market's staying up pretty strong after this stuff in DC. You know, the VIX is still rising, so there's a lot of turbulence right now. But again, on this is how tight. See, wide, tight, tight. Eventually, I think we explode up. Yeah, this could go easily to 20. So that's on just that. I'm not looking at these again. Look at DFIN. Here's DFIN back and forth, back and forth. This is still hovering pretty low. Didn't go below 20. The high's getting lower, so we'll see on that on DFIN. Got about 10 minutes till the close. And you know, commodities, gold, 1919, it's been holding strong for a while now. Gold, crude's been going up. Like I said, this could go to top range, I would say 65. It's really been on fire. Remember that was 6. The funny thing in the markets too, if you do have money, when stuff's like so far below, remember that was 6 is like the end of the world. Nothing's the end of the world until it's the end of the world. Like the market's gonna crash, and unless it's 1929 or something, like 2000 crashed to 2008. What was that? Like a few years maximum, 2-3 years, 3 years, we'll say max. The market was like in a downtrend. I don't even think it was 3 years, but and then the market since 1900, we'll say, has been in an uptrend. We wouldn't be here right now. You know, society would change. The market's always going to go up to a certain extent, depending on the time, like what time you're in exactly. You know, we could have a crash to say this year, we go down and something happens. But I'm saying that would be a great time overall to buy. All right, so any movers right now? DGLY. This is my spiker list. Yeah. So we draw a trend line here. See this? I was just rounding down to. Yeah, this is tough to draw here. I'll try to make a line, we'll say right here. Draw this line up. So yeah, you can see this is a symmetrical. And then even the descending triangle, see this came down, didn't go below too much. And then it really exploded up now, 54 million. Look at this takeoff right here at 270. These are the best plays, low to high. See this? You're just going, they sort of grind up and then really explode. It's a really good long. So this is one moving late. You know, the market is just been hot with these plays or like penny stocks. I told you all the way till September to April, at least as far as I've been in the market watching all this the last few years, and even before that. Now I'm like really, I know all these charts and everything, these moves, and it's been incredible. Here's my chart right here on the SPY. Bring this over, you can see it. This is stock charts. This is going back to March. You know, moved up. That straight 200 days right here. That is 322. You had the little dips here. This one in September is pretty big, and another one pretty similar, similar to November. And then look at this takeoff. You had the big filled candle, and we came back. We've been holding at 20 EMA. That is the white line. Look at this the whole way. And then there's your 50, 100, 150, and 200. So, you know, if we get a real strong drop, we'd easily cut through this like this. I'd say now 322 is possible if we get a strong pullback. Here's the divergence. See this? The high, everything's getting lower, and it's bouncing each time. The high and the low is getting lower. And we put a little wick today. We can like bend here. It's going to be one of these and just like sort of folds. A lot of issues remain. Then we're talking about a $2,000 stimulus tax Biden promised. Yeah, there's all kinds of things going on. All right, we'll try to wrap this up. Anything else moving today? Yeah, just as far as day trading too, like people like you can't make money day trading. It's incorrect. Most people fail. Let's face it. Most businesses fail. Most a lot of times you try to do anything in life, you're gonna fail. I'm trying to lose weight, you fail. You know what I mean? So, you know, day trading takes years. I would say a good 4 years, and you're learning, maybe trading. It takes a long time to learn all these patterns. And the thing is, too, most people who start, I'm gonna start with 1,000, they lose. No, you need a lot of money to do stuff, to trade any business either. And so that's the thing. You have to know all these charts. If you show someone this chart, they're like, oh, I see this thing's going up and sideways. They won't know why it's doing that or have a rhyme or reason. They don't understand this moves so far from here to here. And like, oh, why doesn't it keep going? It's a small cap. They don't understand. You know, the bounces that the move's been made here to here. The chance of they keep going are very slim. In a U1 stock, look at this. Stock moves like this and starts to grind up and explode. There's a better chance of it going, you know, here to here. So it's all the patterns. And the main movers in the market, these small caps, you know, they drive all the day trading and everything from anywhere from 50 cents to, you can even say $20. Stock could be $2 and moves to $20. So U1 just on fire. NCTY, another long. Look at this stock. So this stock started this morning at 9. It went to 15.50. Let's get a 10-minute. All right, so we're at 9. Yeah, move up. Touches your 13 EMA right here. As soon as you see a downtrend, now here, take a shot. See what it does with this 13 EMA. Does it hold? You always want to give it a shot too, unless it's very top move. See this? It's still in the like, sort of middle range here. When this happened and it bounced all the way up. You see this, then you see this. Okay. Yeah, pretty far from this 13-minute. We ran from here to here. And then once you start to see this move down, that's the outside. Now it could keep going too. This could be another dip. This is a major pullback compared to this little pullback. But that's the point too. You've run 9 to 15. Even here, 9, it's a $4 gain. This is like a $6 gain. So, know where you're at on the chart and on the day. That's what to say on that. We wind down, just watching the news. Justice Department to lead response to violent protests in D.C. Pentagon. They're still there in the Capitol. I think they're moving in all these troops and stuff, the highway patrol. Market's still holding up 443. VIX is still 2608. Doing down the list. Anything else here moving? And that's the thing too. A lot of people, I see a lot of people trading like this. They'll get a 1 minute. They're trading the 1 minute. You can't trade the 1 minute. I mean, you can do what you want. I'm just saying, look at these candles, back and forth. You're going to stop you out all over the place. 2 minute, not good. I mean, if you're a scalper, I would say I wouldn't use the 1 minute at all. Only in certain circumstances. There's the 2 minute. Look at the 3 minute. 3 minutes still tough on this too. Back and forth. 3 minutes still solid. 3, 5, 10, then 15, 30 is the main things I would use. Now we'll close up in a few minutes. The market will be closed at 4. Democratic National Party headquarters evacuated. What's this year going to bring as we're winding it down? What time is it? It's 3:57. What's this year going to bring? Last year was coronavirus, of course, the complete scandemic. Now, I've said this before too. We don't know what we're doing here in this country. It's a 99% chance you'll recover from this if you get coronavirus. I know so many people have had it, even older people. And if you have health problems, you're overweight, you're obese, different things, diabetes, things like that, of course it's going to make it worse. You could probably die. So that's the problem too here. We have an obese society. We sit too much. We don't exercise. We watch TV, mindless TV. And, they're closing restaurants, closing gyms. The silliest thing. People should be in the gym. You should have gyms all around the country. They should be one of the most, the busiest places. You have a home gym too, but people don't work out. Drinking, eating bad, feeling bad. So, that's another problem with our country. And then, so it closed everything. You should have restaurants, back and forth, stores, gyms, bars, adult entertainment even. Maybe other things I can't think of. And then you keep like Walmart. I was at a Walmart over the weekend and it was packed, people in and out. You're going to tell me that's okay? Because it's a big corporation. And you want to be skeptical about life and cynical. But it's sad when you see this stuff. It's sad when you hurt the middle class and lower. It's just, and what they're doing now, it's terrible. Bitcoin right now, 36,164. And where's Bitcoin at? Let's go look at Bitcoin. I still say Bitcoin is complete garbage because what does it do? Like people are using Bitcoin? I really doubt it. It's more of speculation. And, this move is insane. Now, I wish I had 1,000 just to throw at it. Probably back here in March when it was low. Any kind of speculative play. And Bitcoin's not really going away. So when you see this here in 2018, and it fell all the way back to 3,000, and that low came up. See, this low didn't go below 3,000 or test it with 5,000. So the low got higher. We grind it 10,000. As soon as we broke that 13,000, look at this takeoff and a pullback. And really from December 14th, when we gapped up a little bit, look at this move from 20,000 to 35,000 right now. I can't even draw this line. It's going off the screen. Look at this straight up vertical move. You're so far from your 13. So this could easily fall back to 28,000, even 26, even 20 level. Let me go to my other screen. This is all my moving averages. You have RSI is at, it's at 90. You don't want nothing at 90. That is incredibly high. And you have 95 on stochastics. It's overbought, buried. Look at this histogram. It's like a stair step to heaven right now. Look at Elliott wave. It's so strong on the daily chart. Yeah, I'm putting in all these moving averages now. And look at right here. Here's your 5-day, your 9, 13, 20. Here's your 50-day. That's at like 20,000, just below. This is so far from your 50. And look at the 200-day. The 200 days at 12,000. You are 3 times your high on the where the high is now from the 200-day. 12,036. So when something's straight up vertical, we've seen this before. Going to keep going. It's going to keep going until it's not going to keep going. People are like 50,000. They might be right now. When a vertical move happens, it's going to move till it won't. And you're going to get one day where this is going to come down like this. It's going to take out like all these moving averages, like 8,000. So you want to be up here? Way too risky. Way too risky. I mean, it's a gamble because one day tomorrow or the next day could just go like that. Because I think crypto, this trades all around the clock, I believe. So, there you have it on that. I just think it's way too risky, and it could keep going. I don't doubt that. And like, what is Bitcoin? I know blockchain is, blockchain is like, it services. I believe doesn't service Bitcoin or like the blockchain technology. So it's using digital, online, the blockchain. So I understand blockchain more. I still don't understand Bitcoin. Like people like there's Bitcoin out there. People use it on certain things. Very rarely. It's not secure. Didn't North Korea like this steal? What was it last year? Like millions from is like a Bitcoin. Something with Bitcoin. It's like, I don't trust it at all. It's way too speculative. If you want to get in low, put $500,000 or whatever you have. It's up to you, but it's great for that. Like there's been moves you can make a lot of money, but as far as like, is this going to be the next dollar or people like the dollar's plummeting? I just don't know how you're going to use it. You're going to trust it. Maybe years ahead, we'll see. We'll see if these banks they incorporate Bitcoin. So we'll see on that. All right, so the stock market closed plus 437, S&P plus 22, NASDAQ minus 78, small caps plus 74. The VIX 2612, as we have a little bit of volatility here. All right, so we'll end on that Bitcoin. Anything else moving? Visel. Look at that. Here's a VISL. This is another wedge. Look at this. Wedge. The low's been holding that one. Coming up 2, approaching that 2. This is a nice move. Another late move today on Visel. All right, that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel. Want stock twits. I put out a lot of information. Like buy, sell levels. I've been hitting these all over the place. I believe I'm this good now. At least one improvised explosive device found on Capitol. I mean, I believe I'm this good. When you study charts over and over, these small caps, just the moves of the market, you understand technicals like see this, the stochastics, low to high and stuff. I have a really good handle, I believe, on this now. Mike came in trades on StockTwits. Mike came in trades YouTube. And I'm on Mike, I think 007 on Twitter and Instagram. Mike came in 98. All right, please subscribe and like. We're out for now. Stay safe. Peace.